up, everybody? Welcome back to Whiskey's Adventures. How's everybody doing this fine Saturday after morning noon? So currently time is 12:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Owl Hunter and I are taking out the hot tent tonight for the first time of using it off of our property. Now, I last weekend camped in it on property to learn how to use it, and I wanted to go out this weekend and use it out in the field. Original plans was to go to Yorari National Forest, but Tom Daddy here, old Whiskey here, paid all the bills out of his paycheck. There ain't a whole lot left over. Really can't afford the gas money to drive all the way out to the 2 hours drive there and the 2 hour drive back home. So I gave Owl Hunter an option. We can either go back to Cane Creek, which we filmed a bunch there before, but do a primitive spot, or go Andrew Jackson State Park campground. We've played in Andrew Jackson, but we've never camped there before. And Owl Hunter says, you know what, let's go to Andrew Jackson first and see if we can get in there before we go to Cane Creek, because we filmed in Cane Creek a bunch of times before in the past. So we are en route to Andrew Jackson State Park. We're kind of hoping that the campground is going to be empty because it's technically no longer camping season. The only people who normally camp anymore is the die-hard campers. So we're hoping a lot of them's not here, so we have availability, and that's going to be the plan. Looking forward to this trip. Little daddy-daughter time. All right, people, welcome back. So you've seen us in the car on the way to Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson did not play out for us. We'll give you a little backstory on that. We're not happy with Andrew Jackson State Park. I don't even know who the ranger is, but we'll talk about that later at the fire talk tonight. So we're back at Cane Creek. We're at a campsite we don't normally camp out. We're at campsite 106. We went ahead and set up, which you can see the hot tent behind us. We went ahead and ate our lunch before we got the camera back out to start filming. The campground is quite busy. I did not realize how busy this campground would be with being after Labor Day. Yeah. Labor Day, because traditionally camping season's done. So as a rule, you don't see nothing but die-hard campers out after this time of year and moving forward. But because it's a nice weekend, I think everybody had the same idea we did, and the campground's full. So instead of, making anybody feel uncomfortable with the camera set up while we were setting everything up and getting everything prepped, we just did it all. And not to mention, we actually had quite a few people who follow our channel and know us see that we were here, and they started approaching and talk to us. So again, I know there's no expectation of privacy when you're in public, but we don't like filming people without their consent first. Even though we don't need it, we don't like doing it because we don't want to disrespect anybody, leave any bad taste in anybody's mouth type deal. So we just set the tent up. So we're going to give you a quick rundown of the camp real quick, and then we're going to get geared up, and then Owl Hunter and I is going to go for a hike, and then we'll bring you back once we're on the trail where we don't have people around us, and we can, I guess, act more ourselves. Or it's all about not trying to offend people, capture them on film to videos that's going to be released to the world, right? So Owl Hunter, you go ahead and do what you got to do to get prepped for the hike. I'm going to show them camp real quick. So we got the hot tent set up right here behind us. Inside the hot tent here, Whiskey's gonna be sleeping over there. We brought out extra blankets, tarps, and stuff like that. They make it more padding. My air mattresses all got holes in it, and they're leaking, and I didn't feel like dealing with that this weekend, so we just brought some extra blankets and an extra sleeping bag. So I've got my fall, spring sleeping bag I'm gonna be sleeping in, and then my winter sleeping bags underneath it with a bunch of blankets. And Owl Hunter's the same way. We're gonna be sleeping head to head, and the hot stove's right here, and that's gonna be camp. So you glad to be out here? You glad I made you not work today and make money to come out here and spend the day with me?
Hell yeah.
She's all happy about it. So am I. All right, well, we're just gonna keep walking and checking out stuff. Got a nice little fern patch here. Fern patch. Either way, we're gonna keep walking and checking out the trail. Part of Cane Creek. We've been up that on the river. That's where it turns into the creek there. From lake to creek. I've been up it maybe quarter mile or so, if that, on my canoe before. Kind of makes you feel you're trespassing through farmers' property. So I turn around and come back towards the lake. Beautiful, 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 people. Hey, Al Hunter, what about all them spiders right by your feet?
Will you stop?
All right, the trail goes that way, but there's also something that goes down there to the water's edge. God love it, folks. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, it'll be time you guys see this video, it'll be 3 videos ago or whatever. We did a night hike and we had the coyotes and stuff. That video over there, that's where we were, clear across on the dam that's right there. And that's where we hiked to, all through these woods. I think there and back was like 2.7 miles is what we got. You'd have to refer to that video because I'm pretty sure we called out the mileage in the video, but it's like almost 3 miles there and back. But that dam over there, let me zoom in a little bit. That's where we were at on the other side. So you got volleyball nets out here, hammock things all over the place. There's another boat ramp launching spot for the campground right there. Basketball court, and then you got an enclosed shelter up there that you can rent out, and you also, there's an outdoor steeple type church thing right over here, which I've stood from and took a couple of videos from a couple times in the video when I've camped here. Might be a wedding or something going on because I got a guy coming out there looking all sharp. Sydney, that's what we got to get, those bikes with those big tires. Start doing. Is that what it is? Maybe that's why the campground's so. Let's give them room. Let's give them. Let's walk around. Well, I don't want to interfere with the wedding. Let's give them some space. All right, folks. We'll check in with y'all here in a little bit.
It's so cool. I gotta go to watch a fire game to see.
Yeah, glass is clean too.
That's the wedding.
Yeah, that's the wedding. It's gonna be loud for a little bit.
Heck yeah. It's gonna be a
So what
party.
we're gonna do. Thank you.
What's she saying?
Hot dogs, if you want some. Save this for the morning. Get the fire back going. What you like? Someone put gloves in here. Can't just grab the door and open it, okay?
I can make it.
Use a stick to open and close it because this all gets too hot.
Hey, you don't mind if I come over and take a look at your little heater, dude?
No, go ahead, come on.
I was trying to explain it to him, but
Stop that video. Alright folks, so we're cooking Al Hunter's dinner behind us on the stove. Right there, oodles and noodles. She don't even have to eat that. We got neighbors right next to us that offered us hamburgers and hot dogs if we want them. They got plenty. Told us to come on over if we wanted to hang out or anything. Al Hunter got out of the tent and jumped back in. She said it was cold outside. Wonder what the temperature is though. Like for real, for real. Where'd my phone go? Oh, there it is. So let's see what the outdoor temperatures are right now. It's not cooperating with me, so I can't quite tell you.
What the hell?
Let's reboot the app and see if I get anything out of it. I'd like to tell you all what the temperature is right now, but I'm not getting any readings. Which is funny because I got plenty of service.
Didn't you tell me it looked 72?
Earlier, yeah, when we were out hiking. So it's got to be probably high 60s right now, I would think. But the app ain't telling me nothing because it's staying blank. So I was going to give you all a weather report, but I can't. It's probably mid to high 60s, mid 60s probably outside. Got a nice warm fire going in that thing. Oh, I can feel the heat. That feels good actually.
I can feel it from right here.
Oh, it'd be worse if I shut this door.
Oh, what is not yet?
This is it, folks. We're just gonna hang out here at the campground. There's a wedding going on over there. It'll be a nice little hike. We may or may not do a night hike tonight again. We'll see how things go. We may just be hanging out inside this hot tent tonight, watching movies on our phones. Once the sun goes down, we don't know what we're gonna do yet. But we're definitely gonna walk down to the big field over here along the water's edge and look up. It's supposed to be a clear night tonight. It's a beautiful night tonight. All right, so let me bring up one thing real quick too. At the beginning of the last couple videos, including this one, and at the end of it, it's just like a little, right after the Whiskey's Adventures intro little thing which shows our logo, there's a little standstill photo of Whiskey's Adventures and Oklahoma Laser Engraving Company have partnered up. So what that's all about, good little backstory. I've been waiting to talk about it because we're trying to finalize everything. We started a GoFundMe page. We're attempting to raise money to help a family for the Christmas, New Year holiday. Our goal is to raise $1,000. And then we met up with Pastor Boyles. He's out of Atlanta, down in Georgia area. And he's got us a list of family names. We're waiting on the backstories. He's got one more family he's got to get the backstory on, got sick kids or whatever the case may be. And then he's got a list of 5 families he's given to us. Whiskey's Adventures crew, and then Oklahoma Laser Engravings crew we'll come together and choose one out of the 5 families that we're going to sponsor adopt for the Christmas holiday. At no point are we going to give the family name out. We're not trying to do this to embarrass anybody or make the family feel bad by any means, but we are looking for a family that's in true need, not because of something they personally caused, like, hey, I don't like this job, I quit type deal, but true need that's hurting, that has children. And we're going to adopt a family and, you know, give back to the community that way. The goal is to hit $1,000 and then take half of that 1,000 for the gifts for the kids, and the other half of the 1,000 will go towards any bills that they may be behind on or something to that effect to help the family. And it's all going to be done through a church. The GoFundMe page is going to be released to the church itself to give to the family. That way it's a non-profit organization that basically cashes the money. So that way my crew and Oklahoma laser engraving crews, they don't have to worry about taxes because it's a tax exempt, right? We don't want to have to deal with the whole tax nightmare that may or may not come from raising money to help others. So once we hit our goal, we're gonna I'll link the GoFundMe up with the Pastor Bulls' account so you can get the money out, and then it'll be given to the family. You know, half to go to for gifts, like I said, and the other half the church will use to pay any bills that they may be behind on or something to that effect, or even get groceries or something. So if you guys can find it in your heart, you guys and gals, down below in the description, you're gonna find the GoFundMe link. Go ahead and donate some money there. I encourage my Patreon supporters to also donate to that cause if you can. If you can't, it's not a big deal, because I've been announcing on my social media accounts that any Patreon donations that Whiskey's Adventures receives, any money, because we've had a couple videos that was sponsored, anything like that, any money we made from last month, this month, and all the way up until December is Whiskey's Adventures, going to donate to the GoFundMe for the charity. That way we're giving ourselves. We're not just asking other people to give. So that's how Whiskey's Adventures is going to give. We're going to give all of our Patreon money, and any sponsorships or donations that's given to us through PayPal or through Facebook or anything like that. It's all going to go towards that. It's all dedicated towards that. Instead of us cashing out every month and using it for gas money or food for our adventures, that's what we're going to do. So if you guys can find your heart to donate, any of my viewers, please do. If you're in the tough times where you can't donate, do us a solid favor. Take that link out of the description and pass along all your family and friends and share it. We want to get that link in front of as many people as we can. We have a couple corporate sponsorships that we're looking to potentially pick up that's going to donate some chunks of change towards this fund. But none of that's going to play into effect until we get the backstory of the name and actually choose the family we're helping. We got a lot of people who's going to jump on board and help, but they want the backstory and they want the family chose before they're willing to invest their time and money into it, which is perfectly understandable. We've been posting on my social media accounts and on the GoFundMe pages as the updates that come. We should, by the end of this weekend, which time you all see this will be 3 weeks after, so hopefully time you guys see this video, everything's been updated on the GoFundMe and through the social media accounts where the family's chosen the whole nine. We're going full bore at that point. But the filming of this, the only thing we're waiting on is 2 family backstories out of the 5 that we have. So once we have that, my crew and Oklahoma laser engraving crews will pair up and we'll get the name or the family picked out and get the backstory. We will release the backstory of the family, but again, like I said, we're not going to release the name of the family. So that pretty much sums up our fire talk for the night, because that was almost an 8-minute video talking about this. So if anybody wants to help on that, please do. It'll be down in the description. If you can't, totally understand. Just do me a solid, grab that link and share it with everybody. Get it out there and help us hit this. It's a good cause. Giving back to the community. Outside of that, now we're going to sit here and we're going to cook up that dinner for her. And I'm debating on doing a cup of coffee and leaving the Mountain Dews alone and just drinking coffee instead. We'll bring you back. We'll say what? Dark time? That way it's dark in here and they can see everything. Because there ain't a whole lot to show you guys. We did our little hike or whatever. So we'll holler at y'all in a little bit. Peace. Well, I really can't lean back, huh?
You can. It's not gonna hurt.
It is chilly out here outside that tent once you get used to the warm tent, ain't it? Oh, it is so beautiful out here. So pretty. I'm gonna see if I can pick up the temperature now real quick while I got you all with me. 59 degrees Fahrenheit. I say the Fahrenheit for anybody's watching that does not live in the U.S. because everybody else does the Celsius. We're the only the difficult and weird ones, I guess.
Oh yeah, I forgot everybody else did Celsius or not.
Yeah, everybody else is off the metric system and the Celsius. Americans are the oddballs, even though to us, everybody else is the oddballs. In all reality, we're the oddballs, odd ones out. But it's 59 degrees, so we're about 20, I think it's, what was the low? I didn't even pay attention what the low was tonight. So we're 20 degrees off of our low. It's supposed to be 39 degrees Fahrenheit.
Holy
is our low tonight, supposedly. We'll see if we actually get down that cold. But we should stay nice and warm in our hot tent. Look at this, folks. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, we're gonna sit out here by the lake for a little bit, enjoy the music behind us from the wedding, kind of just relax, and we'll bring you all back once we're in the tent for the night. Holla at your boy. Peace.
Peace.
Y'all, dramatic view there. Look at that, y'all. That's so pretty. All right, folks. So we decided to do a little night hike. We're not gonna film 99% of it won't be filmed. I just figured I'd check in with you and let you all know what we're doing. Figure we go on a night hike. So here we go.
I told you it'd happen.
Told us it would happen.
I told the kid.
We're gonna do a little night hike. We're not gonna walk all the way as far as we did last time. We're just gonna walk in about a half mile or so, and it's too early to be getting in the tent for the night and enjoying the stove, especially because old Owl Hunter was falling asleep in that tent because it's so warm in there.
Man, I was comfy. I didn't even need to cover up.
So we figured we'd go look at the lake, watch the sunrise set, and then do a little night hike. So here we go. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Ah! Sydney, there's zombies out here, bro. It's the end of the world, bro.
Cameras are going down. We no food. No water.
We really do gotta film a Halloween special next year.
I know.
Because we didn't have the time to do it this year.
I could scream and you act like you're looking for me. It's just crazy.
All right, folks, we're going to enjoy our hike. I don't have nowhere near enough lights to show all this, so we're not going to waste up too much film on the hike.
Ain't nothing you ain't seen before.
If something interesting happens and we see something we want to bring y'all back for, we will bring you back. Otherwise, we will check in for real this time when we're in the tent for the night.
Bigfoot's bad.
Say hello.
Oh, hello.
All right, folks, we'll holler at you when we're in the tent unless something interesting or something that tries to eat us. Obviously, I'll film one of us getting eaten alive before the other one runs. Later. All right, folks, we're in the hot tent. Been here for a while. I'm actually cooking my dinner. Owl Hunter and I is watching Straight Outta Compton. She's over here eating chips. We got the door partially cracked because Dad's getting a little warm, but Owl Hunter's good. So, we're sitting here enjoying our movie while I'm cooking my dinner. Been a pretty good night so far in the hot tent. Got a nice fire going down there. I'm eating. Here's the noodles for dinner tonight. I had a pretty good lunch, so I don't need a whole lot for dinner. This is something. Straight out of Compton.
I told you not to sign that shit, Dre. I got bills to pay. And you know that.
All right, folks. We'll check in here shortly. That's what we're doing. What's up, everybody? You nice and warm? It's really warm in here, folks. We got a fire going over there. We had to pause our movie we were watching. We were watching Straight Outta Compton. We had to pause to go to the bathroom. It's a little chilly out there. It's not too bad, but it's 51 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's supposed to get down to 39 degrees Fahrenheit tonight. So we still got a little bit to go before we hit our lows. I figured we'd check in with everybody. It's nice and cozy in the tent. We got it completely sealed up. Campground's starting to quiet down a little bit now. There's still a little bit of rowdy people out, but quiet time's just about to start in about 2 minutes. It's currently 10:59 Eastern Standard Time, so 1 more minute and it'll be officially quiet time in the campground. But everybody's kind of quiet down now. We're probably gonna watch another movie and pass out. There ain't gonna be a whole lot to show you guys here in the tent, so we're gonna call it a night with y'all. We'll see you tomorrow morning when we get up for breakfast. Not really breakfast, but coffee. So, anything you want to say before we go off for the night? Where you at? I can't even see you back there.
I'm chilling.
You cool?
Yeah, I think I want a Dr. Pepper though.
That means we gotta get out and go to the truck and
I
open
know. Wish I could snap my fingers and it'd be right here.
it. There's not enough room in this small tent for that cooler, unfortunately. So it looks like we're getting back out of bed before we start our next movie to get her Dr. Pepper. Either way, folks, we'll check with y'all in the morning. Peace. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? I'm doing good, doing good. Been up since about 5:30 this morning. Restoked the stove out. I woke up because I was a little bit cold. Restoked the stove out. Made my morning cup of joe. Owl Hunter's back there, right here behind me, still asleep. Good night, good night. Well, I'm going to sit here and enjoy my coffee, enjoy the piece of quiet before the campground wakes up. Oh, I'm not being too noisy for Owl Hunter. I'm going to keep the fire going for about an hour or so, then I'm going to let it die out so when we get up motivated, we can break tent down and get out of here. So, I'll be back with y'all here shortly.
Welcome back, everybody. We done wrapped up the hot tent and everything. We got camp all cleaned up. Now
turn right onto Cane Creek.
we're on the way home, as you can tell. I'm gonna give y'all my final thought, and then I'm gonna let Whiskey take over. So the hot tent worked out pretty well. I stayed warm most of the night, except for the one time we woke up at 5 o'clock because everybody fell asleep and it went out. But other than that, I 10 out of 10 on the hot tent. Recommend. It was really comfortable. I don't even want to sleep in a hammock ever again. I want to sleep in that every time I go because it's really cold and it keeps you really warm. But I loved it and I had so much fun, and I wish we could have stayed one more night because one's not enough. But how you feel?
My final thoughts, it was first time it's not the first time I've used the hot tent because I use it on property, but the first time off property, and we got colder temperatures than we did this weekend than we did last weekend when I used it on the property. It's a 10 out of 10. Happen to agree with Owl Hunter. I'm thinking we're going to be hanging the hammocks up for the season and just strictly camping out of the hot tent the rest of the season. I mean, now I haven't tried to pack in the hot tent gear on a backpack because it was a car camp, so to speak, a regular campsite. So I guess maybe next week, because I don't know what our plans are next week, but maybe next week, and because I know Owl Hunter will probably have to work, I'll do a solo backpacking trip with it and see what it feels like to hike it all in. But overall, I'm happy. Stayed warm most of the night until, like Owl Hunter said, about 5 o'clock in the morning we both woke up. It was cold because we both fell asleep not zipped up in our sleeping bags and ready for the cold. So we woke up. It took me 2 minutes and I had the fire back going. The tent was back hot again within 3 to 4 minutes. So, and then I've been up ever since. You're blocking me. I haven't really been back to bed. I just kind of watched some TikTok, social medias, and kind of watched them, on my phone. The Owl Hunter sleep, made my coffee, whatever. But overall, I'm extremely happy, and I 100% agree, Owl Hunter. It's never long enough. One night's never long enough for either one of us, but it is what it is. That's what it was this weekend. So, what can you do, right?
Right.
But overall, I'm happy. I appreciate everybody watching as always. At the beginning of the video and the end of the video, I talked about it. As long as it's about the donation. So if you can donate to hit the link or description down below and hit the GoFundMe link and donate. As we talked about, we're raising money for a family. And if you can't donate because you're in tough times too, do me a solid and get a copy of that link and share it with all your family, friends, and all your social media accounts. Try to help us get it out there to help adopt a family in need for the Christmas and New Year holiday. Oklahoma Laser Engraving and Whiskey's Adventures has partnered up to team effort to try to raise this $1,000 we're trying to raise for the family. So if you can't help monetary, share the link. That's at least that's done for free. You can share this link for free and get it out in front of people. Until next time, folks, I'm out of things to say on this trip. We're going to continue driving home. Anything else? You good?
I'm good.
All right, folks. Until next time, you already know how we do it. Holler at your boy.
Peace.
Peace.